Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of BIMM Radio. It's week 19. How's everyone doing? How's week 19 treating everyone?
It feels like week
can't
one
believe
and
it's week 19.
It feels like week 1 and week 42 all at the same time.
I know, yeah. It feels like it's been forever, but it also feels like I've blinked and it's week 19.
Yeah, for sure. But
I know. So, as always, we always like to start the show with a bang. And the bang is my wonderful little fact. It's a really little one today. But I thought this was the most wonderful thing that I've read in the news in a while. And it's did you know that most lipstick contains fish scales?
Oh, didn't know that.
Neither did I. I'm wearing lipstick.
You like wipe it off.
I'm wearing lip balm, so I feel safe from that. But well, you know, I read that and I was like,
a lot of wine has fish scales in it.
Wine?
Yeah, most wine isn't vegan because they have fish scale. They use it as a way to filter it.
Oh,
that's weird.
Well, I think they probably use the fish scales. This is my theory, because I was going to research it, and then I thought, wait, no, because I'd rather do like what we think is the situation with it. So I think that they use it for the shininess, because the scales are shiny.
I have no idea what they use it
for. It's gonna be like a pigment or something that's derived from fish scales. Like it's going to be like an enzyme or a protein or something sciencey that's derived from fish scales.
Yeah, I guess like wine, especially like red wine and like lipstick, both quite like.
Don't say that, because I'm wearing a colour that looks like red wine.
Yeah. Girl, it's fish. Fish lips, that's what we're calling you from now on.
Please don't call me fish lips. Okay, bye guys. I'm logging off. I'll see you. No.
Our very own OAP. Our very own OAP fish lips. Should we do the first track? Are we ready? Are we ready for a first song?
I think we're ready for a first song. I'm
so excited to listen to my song this week because I really like it. And it is WYLTK by Slowe by them. So enjoy, grace your ears with this beautiful song.
constant supply, but you know you're not the only thing that's keeping me high. If only you knew all the things that I'm thinking when I feel alone right by your side. I know I can be wrong, and I'm not asking for that much, but you said you'd try. Wouldn't you like to know? 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 I know you would. Know you would. I know you would. Know you would. I know you would.
That was vibey.
Isn't
really
it
like that one.
lovely?
Just like
It's really
that
nice.
was good. I liked that. I might have to add that to my playlist.
I genuinely have put that on my We Just Vibing playlist.
It's just vibing.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
really enjoy a twinkle in a
Mm,
song.
a twinkle is.
Yeah, it was lovely. As I said, I'd happily add that to my playlist. When I heard it, I was like, this is everything that I'm listening to at the moment. Nice, relaxed, nice clean vocals. That's literally my vibe at the moment. That's all I'm listening to at the moment. So yeah, loved it. Let's crack on. We move straight over to the one and only Queen of Events, our very own Charlotte. So what have you got today, Charlotte? Let us have it.
For my segment, I'm going to be talking about Sia's new film, which has had a lot of controversy, if you've heard about it. So it's called Music. It's been one of the year's most controversial films so far. I mean, it's only February, but you know what I mean. And viewers have criticised her for casting an able-bodied neurotypical person in the lead role and for its stereotypical portrayal of people with autism. So the film was nominated for a Golden Globe for the Best Musical of Comedy. And the main role is played by Maddie Ziegler, who became famous from Dance Moms, and she's in like loads of Sia's videos. The film has some really disturbing scenes. I haven't watched it because I didn't want to give Sia any money, but heard about it. And there's scenes including Maddie's character being physically restrained, where other characters crush her with their love, is the quote. And Sia has since apologized and promised to remove these scenes, but like it's a bit late. The damage has already been done. And she also intended the film to be one that autistic people could watch to see representation, but apart from it being like really bad representation, epilepsy is something that's quite common in people who have autism. And the film features strobe lighting and other things that would make the film difficult for them to watch. So it's just like, it's ridiculous. And Sia defended Maddie because she said that she cast her in the film because she wouldn't make art if it didn't include her in it. And Maddie, like a lot of people have said that Maddie was like didn't really want to portray the role, and she was really nervous on the first day of set because she didn't like want people to think she was making fun of people with autism. and Sia told her that she wouldn't let that happen, but she's since realised that she can't really like protect Maddie from that because it was like a really horrible film. So yeah, that's everything that I've got, but I just wanted to throw that out there and see what people think.
I mean, it's crazy to say that you wanted to make the film for representation and then not represent them with a member of their community.
Yeah,
as the main
there's
role.
so many autistic actors
I know.
that are like waiting to be able to play a role like that and give that sort of representation to like their community, and then it's just been given to someone who is a neurotypical person. Like, it just really doesn't sit right.
And to say it's because she won't do art without him, did you cast her as something else? No,
put her in a music video, put her
like
in anything
put her
else.
in the background.
Another role in the film,
Yeah,
the best friend, like literally anything.
It makes me so angry as somebody, don't want to get into too much detail because it's very personal, somebody who is very much within the autism community and stuff. It's Fanta Lemon, what a great choice. Sorry, I just had to. Yeah, if you could make a film, represent a film that you were like, oh, I really want to represent these people, and then include no, it's like you wouldn't make a film that was trying to offer representation for different ethnic groups and then not cast those ethnic groups in it. And then let's say, what was it that Scotland Johansson was going to do?
Oh yeah, I did see that.
But it just really grinds my gears. But then it's also like, do I think that, or does an actor have to be autistic to play an autistic role? Not necessarily, because acting is acting. Acting is
no, and like it's and like Sheldon from I'm pretty sure Sheldon from Big Bang Theory isn't autistic in real life. But I could be wrong. I don't think he is.
They portray it in the film.
Yeah, exactly. If it's done well, by all means do it. If it's done well, I've seen it done by actors who aren't autistic and they've done it well. You don't sit there going,
at least you should have. They should have got on the board like a thing of people with autism or people who, doctors or things like that, people like that can help write the scripts and help to coach the people who are acting in like no, this isn't it, this is it. Because that, I don't think you have to be gay to play a gay character. It's nice, obviously, and I don't think you have to be straight to play a straight character necessarily. But if you're doing something that's on a marginalized group within society, such as
do your research,
have people on board that can tell you when you're not doing it right and can help guide you to make a piece of art, a piece of cinema which actually is representative of the group you're trying to represent.
And the way that like she portrays it is so like overly exaggerated, and yes, potentially there is people within the community that like that might be what their autism is to them, but it's not presented like, oh, autism is a spectrum and this is like that. It's not presented like that. It's just like, this is autism.
Yeah,
this is Maddie Ziegler playing an autistic person. And then to people who don't understand autism, they will look at that and they'll think, oh, okay, someone's got autism, that is 100% what they're going to be like. And it's just not right.
And if she actually cared about that girl, she wouldn't have asked her to do that, in my opinion, because that is a massive, that's it could have gone 50-50. It could have been done really well and gone really well, or it could have been done badly like it has been and gone really badly. So
I do feel quite bad for her, because I know like obviously she has a responsibility for what roles she's playing, but I feel like it's quite obvious that she really trusts Sia. Like it said in the article I was reading that like she's like her second mum and stuff. So I feel like everyone around her has been like, it'll be
She's
fine, it'll be
young.
fine.
She's younger though, isn't she?
She's younger than me. She's like 18, I think,
Yeah,
maybe 19.
And it's like, I'm gonna Google it. But it's like
If a whole team of people are saying, for your career, you should do this.
she's 18.
As like an 18-year-old, she's not necessarily gonna like know what to do in that situation.
Yeah.
Like she's not yeah.
I did
it's not
very
really-
questionable things at 18.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Like
Probably worse
can't-
things.
yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't want to say she's not mature enough to know that it wasn't a right thing to do, because obviously that's ridiculously condescending. It's not the right word, but it's kind of what I mean. It's like you can't really put the blame on her, really.
Her management should have a responsibility.
At
to
eight-
say,
at
I mean, with the way things are in the world and on the internet, and everyone being as sensitive as they are, especially at the moment, rightfully so, you'd think that people would be way more careful with what they're doing and what they're presenting to the world when people are as sensitive as they are at the moment.
Yeah, but also, how much is she going to have
Yeah.
made off that? How much is the
and
cut?
it really annoys me that it's won a Golden Globe.
Yeah, that's
Like,
ridiculous.
Had that platform, because then that's suggesting like,
It's a
oh,
good film.
it's
And
a really good
also,
film.
they say that no publicity is like no publicity is bad publicity. That's what they say. So
Yeah. Yeah,
know,
but
you never know what's going through a celebrity's head, do you, when they do things like this? You
but
never
also
actually know.
celebrities are so untouchable.
I know,
We
yeah.
can
It's
sit.
not
We
gonna
can
end your
sit.
career.
We can sit here on our silly little radio show and talk about how much we disagree with.
Hey,
Sia's never gonna, I love it with all my heart, but Sia's never gonna. Sia doesn't care.
If
She's
you get an email
probably-
from
she's
Sia,
probably a billionaire. Watch me get an email from Sia being like, but she's
oh my
not
God, Twitter beef,
billionaire.
Twitter beef. See ya, at me,
At
actually.
me. At me next time, babe.
Oh,
At me, Sia.
imagine.
Oh God.
Bloody
I'm
hell.
sorry, I just got a notification saying that a horror is going live with Lawrence Chaney right now.
Yeah, she was on with Ben and me earlier.
Now I was watching it.
I was watching it whilst I was on the toilet. So, Bimini, if you're watching, also at me.
At me, but Bimini, if you're free, if you're okay, I'm free on Thursday at 6 p.m. on that Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm free. Are you free? I'm free. We're all free.
At BIMM Radio.
At BIMM Radio. Imagine how much I hate tangents, yet here's me making one.
Drag Race isn't a tangent ever. It's always relevant on BIMM Radio. Always. Right. Charlotte, do you want to tell us what track you've got for us this week?
Yes, so my track is called Yellow by Luan Mei, and I really like this one, so I hope you all enjoy it.
Oh, I've been trying to understand all the feelings in my heart. And no. Oh, I know that this summer ends, and I couldn't take it back. And no. I know that you've been on the other side, just to enjoy. And no. These nights I think about in your head and see you again, and on my mind you're We were both dancing between all the lights and melodies. And no, no, no. And when I used to hear your voice, all of you were poetry. And no, 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 no. I know that you've been on the other side, just you and I. And no, 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 no. These nights I think about in your head and see again. And on my mind, you're, yeah, yeah. Yellow, oh, na, na. Yellow, oh, na, na. Yeah, yeah. Yellow, oh, na, na. Yellow, oh, na, and who am I? Oh, I've been waiting all the time and I can't stand it. Oh, you've been always on my mind and all is fire. Oh, we'll be gone when we are back and I can't stand it. Your yellow. I've been trying to understand all the feelings in my heart.
What a beautiful song.
I really like that one.
It's another one for the vibing playlist.
Yeah, 100%.
Very vibey.
If you want to listen to my vibing playlist, it's called We Out Here Vibing, and it's on my personal Spotify.
I'll link it.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description.
Yeah, I'll link it down below.
Yeah.
No, I loved the artwork.
Yeah, it's so cool, isn't it?
Like, I want that as a print in my house.
As much as they say don't judge a book by its cover, I almost can't help it with artwork on like singles and albums. Like, I'm always drawn to like an interesting album cover.
Oh, for sure. If there was two albums and one that I was trying to pick between that I didn't know, and one was like this gorgeous, stunning, really cool cover art, and the other one was not very good, I'm probably always gonna go.
The album cover, like the single cover for that one, caught my eye when I was looking.
Yeah, and for me, the same for me as well with my track this week.
Especially when you like scrolling through long playlists, and it's like I don't have time to listen to every single song. You gotta pick the ones that stand out off of like just a tiny little thing that you can see.
That's literally what I do each week. Right, next up, very exciting. I'd love to introduce the wonderful, our fabulous guest this fine evening, Millicent. Woo! It was good. How are you feeling, Millie? How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
No worries. I'm so excited to hear what you've got for us. So you're going to be singing your track Mantelpiece today. So tell us a bit about what it's all about.
So that song, Mantelpiece, I wrote in my second year of uni, but the second time doing second year 2.2. And yeah, it's actually newer than the single that I've just put out. I wrote that more recently, but it's more to do with almost like with the single like being on the topic of mental health. This song is kind of like along the same lines, but more to do with depersonalization and derealization. So I've kind of the song is written in the character of a mantelpiece, which is based off the mantelpiece at my nan's house. And it's like all about like how this mantelpiece, so it's like my nan's mantelpiece is made of stone, so it's kind of like part of the wall, but I imagined like at like family parties and stuff, like, you know, the chairs get sat on, the TV gets turned on, you know, like the table gets stuff put on it, like all like the other pieces of furniture are used and like they're part of the room, whereas this mantelpiece wants to like come off the wall. So like the chorus
So
is like,
interesting.
I love being welcomed into the world of Millie's brain, honestly. It's fabulous.
But that is how derealization feels. It feels like you're just kind of, you might as well, if you're in that room, you might as well just be the mantelpiece, because you just don't
fly
like
on the
there.
wall feeling, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
That brings us so gracefully on to my next question, which is all about your charity work. Obviously, when Millie got in contact with us, obviously I know you from class. We have a couple of classes together this year, but you got in contact with us about your new single, and on it you mentioned some charity work that you're doing. I know that you've got you work with 4 mental health charities. So you work with the Hummingbird, Mental Health Foundation, Mind, and then I can't remember tell me the 4th one, Millie.
Young Minds.
That's the one.
So
thank you.
I want to like, I don't work with the charity, like I'm not like someone that's like doing work placement. Like I wanted to do something for like, at first I wanted to do it for just one mental health charity, but then so I was going to do it originally just for Mind, but if anything, like, and I don't want to like put it down, but Mind's almost like a commercially known mental health charity, like everyone knows about Mind, but with the Mental Health Foundation, it's not a charity, it's like a research organization. So they research into different mental health disorders and like how you can treat them, and you know, they put out like public information, like leaflets, and write up like mental health acts to take to Parliament. So they have a hand in with all that kind of stuff. Young Minds, they focus on young people struggling with mental health disorders, and then We Are Hummingbird, they're a local charity to Lancashire, where I'm from, Lancashire. And no, but they work. So there was a musician from Lancashire that took their own life, called Matt Cogley, and they were good friends with them, like the people that set up We Are Hummingbird. So they work a lot with training people in mental health first aid. They donate musical instruments to primary schools and high schools, and they aim to like teach mental health well-being. In fact, they asked me if I could ask other students within BIMM, because they want to talk to BIMM about maybe starting up like an enrichment course to do with like mental health well-being, because for musicians especially, like I think a lot of art, I mean, can come from like happy places, but a lot of it does come from trauma and pain, and like, and yeah, however you turn that into an art, whether it's something that you're over and you can write about, or it's something that you're still like living with. So I
Yeah,
think
I feel like you're definitely right. I feel like at BIMM especially, mental health comes hand in hand with art, doesn't it? And like at BIMM they are really great. They have a really great support mechanism. Like you've got your counselling available there. They have DBT courses. I can't even say it.
is it DBT or is there
CBT.
CBT?
CBT.
Cognitive behavioural therapy.
It's not cognitive.
The student support are really great as well.
Oh, they're phenomenal. I mean, like, especially when you're at uni, it can be a really lonely time. But student support are always there for everyone that goes to BIMM, all alumni.
You don't want to know how many like 3 a.m. sobbing emails I've sent to Jez is the music business person for student support, and you do not want to know, and before that when it was Alice, you do not want to know how many times. And to be honest, sometimes they'll reply like 10 minutes later and I'm like, it's 3 a.m. I'm not important right now, and they're like, okay, can we schedule a Zoom call? They're really amazing. But it sounds, music and mental health, and then when you think about music and mental health, that's also like alcohol and mental health and alcohol and music, and we're all just a big sad bunch.
I know, it's a bit of a
anyone happy in the
cycle.
music industry.
But we're a sad bunch together.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, like once all this lockdown's done with.
And it's really important to talk about mental health, especially at the moment, because we're in such a difficult situation and so many people are going through this alone. So it's really important to talk about this, and that it's totally normal to have these awful feelings. And a lot of people have also had them. Don't ever feel like you can't speak to someone. In fact, it's the best thing to do. Speaking from first-hand experience, the best thing that I ever did was come forward and speak to someone about my mental health. So I 110% recommend that. And if you're really struggling and you feel like you can confide in one of us, send us a message. Any of us would be always willing to help any of you through a bad time, because we've been there ourselves. Well, we're all students just like everyone else at the end of the day, and that's why we're here to represent. But yeah, we'll also link all of those charities into the and the Mental Health Foundation in the bio also. So if you want to check those out for yourself, donate, help out, any of those, then do it. And also we'll help you out, Millie, with getting in contact with BIMM and sorting out a collaboration with the Hummingbird charity as well.
Thank you.
No worries.
Sorry.
No, go on, tell me.
No, so Hummingbird were just asking for me to ask out to any students that would be involved. So if you are, reach out.
If you're one of those students, if you're one of those students that wants to help out, wants to reach out, wants to get involved, then either get in contact with myself and I'll pass you on to Millie, get in contact with Millie herself, or get in contact with the charity and let them know that you're from BIMM via Millie and BIMM Radio, and they'll help you out, they'll sort you out. So what have you got coming up? What have you got in the works, Millie? What's going on? What projects are you working on?
So I'm doing a little virtual gig this weekend. With Bread Records, Mr. Michael Webster, who runs Bread Records. He does like a creme of the crop thing. It's quite clever actually, because he's got like a freshly baked thing, and then creme of the crop, and then just the crust. It's great.
We will also link that gig in the bio and make sure that everyone's heading to that, because we will be there to support you. So where can we, swiftly on, again, a very beautiful transition there onto my next question. Where can we follow you and where can we listen to you?
Okay. I have one of those link tree things.
Yeah.
I'm down with the kids, yo.
Very when we're all Gen Z, I promise.
It's linktree.summit/officially Millicent.
We'll
Because
pop it in the bio, eh?
As always, everything's
Oh, I
linked.
down there.
It's gonna take age.
It's gonna be an essay worth of bio there, but Aurelia will get it done.
Yeah. You can listen to the single on Bandcamp. Got a video out of it on the YouTubes.
Ooh.
Yeah. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Customer 420. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so I've got a music video out on Bandcamp, and it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes. Oh, and so with the charity stuff, I should probably say this as well. If you download it through Bandcamp, that £2.50 that it costs is split between 4, so 50p goes to each charity. And if you listen to it through Spotify or iTunes or YouTube or any of the other platforms, so in April I'll get a PRS statement, and because they send them out like quarterly, so from that I'm gonna deduct 80% and distribute that, so 20%.
Oh,
That's so amazing.
thank you for chatting with us about all of your work. And as we said, make sure that you follow the wonderful Millicent and listen to the song, because you'll not only be helping her out, but you'll also be helping out charities. What else could you want in a song? So without further ado, let's get a nice little live performance from the lovely Millicent. So she's going to do her lovely track today, Mantelpiece. Woo!
All right, here we go.
Sits upon me all the while I'm decorated to look part of your family. The room is a buzz, and when the parties are over, they'll gather around me and absorb my warmth from the sofa. Well, surprise, in the winters they come closer, 'cause I'm just part of the furniture. The grandfather clock, yeah, he's ticking on, and Stevie the TV tells me that he never switches off. He's always on standby when the kids sneak down at night. They'll leave on the lights when my embers are bright. And when I crash land, there's no time to brace for impact. For when I crash land, all the chaos that I can't control, the aftermath of my ego, was some kind of alternate, just a shadow on the back wall, the one you've tried to avoid, leaning on, I'll call it a void. Look deeper, it's a crater and I'm in the center, just taking it all. in with this. When I crash land, there's no time to brace for impact. When I crash land, all the chaos that I can't control. When I crash land, there's no time to brace for impact. For when I crash land, all the chaos that I can't control. All the chaos that I can't control. All the chaos that I can't control.
Hey,
Yay!
woo!
That was so good. I love
Oh,
that.
well done. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And it's so lovely watching you do what you do best. This is my favourite bit of every episode. It's ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Music business news. With Ella.
Woo! I don't have my glasses to put on, and I'm also reading off my phone, so it's not quite as dramatic as last week. It is not quite as dramatic as last week, but I've got some very interesting things to talk about. I've got 4 things. First off, Taylor Swift. We love talking about T-Swizzle on this show. I've seen, because we've spoken about her many a time, or James has tried to talk about her. Let's say that much.
Oh, shout out straight into James.
Shout out to
Miss you,
James. We miss you, James. So Taylor Swift is to start releasing the new versions of her 6 albums. If you watched I think it was maybe episode 3 or 4, James spoke about how basically Taylor Swift's rights had been bought for her first 6 albums, and that she was intending on re-recording 6 albums and re-releasing them so the rights would be all hers, and she's calling them Taylor's version and releasing all like hit tracks like Love Story, but the Taylor's version of it. She's begun her long teased plan to release the re-recorded albums. Oh, Love Story Taylor's version is already out. I didn't realise. It came out earlier this week. Very exciting. I've not listened to it because I didn't think it had come out yet. And Taylor Swift said, I've decided to add songs from the vault, which means these are songs that almost made the original Fearless album, but I've now gone back and re-recorded those so that everybody will be able to hear not only the songs that made the album, but the full songs that almost made it, the full picture, which I think is so exciting. I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. I can't remember what he was saying in the first one that they hate Taylor Swift, but I actually do just want to run through a forest and listen to Evermore. But I'm really excited to see what.
Like, I used to like really love her, like, 'cause she's a massive part of my teenage years, and like it might be quite nice to revisit those songs again. And it's good that she's there, like, doing it all for herself now as well, with just her.
Yeah,
It's
she'll
just
actually have the right to them. And then my second one is something that's a little bit businessy and a little bit wordy. I'm not going to explain it because I don't fully understand the stock market. I'm a musician. But so Universal, we all know Universal, biggest record label in the world, is going to float on the stock market, which basically means then people, just regular people, will be able to buy shares of Universal, which has never been done before. It was Vivendi is the company that owns Universal Music Group. Vivendi is the person that owns Universal Music Group, or the company that owns it, and they're going to float it in Amsterdam, because they'd usually do it in London, but because we're not in the EU anymore, we decided to do it in Amsterdam instead. I don't exactly know what this means for the future of Universal, apart from that they're skint, because that is why you float companies, is to get money from stocks. But it's pretty cool to know, I mean, the shares of the stocks would be very expensive, but hypothetically, any of us could buy a share in Universal if we wanted to. But
maybe it sounds like it's not a good idea.
probably not a good idea, but it might turn out like GameStop. Who bloody knows?
Yeah.
Who bloody knows?
Should we put a link for that in the bio as well, the Universal stock?
I can't get it yet.
If you want to buy shares in Universal, link in the bio.
To be honest, if they weren't that much expensive, I probably would, but I can see them being really expensive.
Yeah, I don't trust things that I don't understand, so I don't trust it.
I taught myself how the stock market worked after the whole GameStop thing.
I thought you were going to say after the Leonardo DiCaprio film. What's that?
Oh,
called?
The Wolf of Wall
Yeah, I thought
Street.
you were gonna. Yeah, I think after the whole Wolf of Wall Street, I thought I need to
I'm
read
going
up
to teach
about
myself
this.
how. No, after GameStop went absolutely mental, then I taught myself about how the stock market works. Don't fully understand it, but it's a very big thing. The fact Universal is going to float on the stock market.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like you said, they must be pretty skinned.
I think I'll stick to lottery tickets, to be honest. That's as far as I'm investing.
Yeah.
I've
Shall
bought
we-
like 3. It's really bad. I need to check it out tonight.
I've never bought any because I know I'll be so sad if I don't win, because I always have such high expectations of myself. I have to win everything. So if I don't win, I just feel like I'm setting myself up for failure.
The
So I've
key,
only bought one. My friends bought me a lottery ticket when I turned 16. I might put it in my card, or a scratch card, not a lottery ticket. Didn't win out. And then once on a whim, I was in Piccadilly Gardens, Morrison's, buying a pouch of baccy. And I was like, you know what? Get me one. And I won 20 quid on it.
Oh.
But then I went back to go and claim the £20. I was like, do I buy another one? And the girl at the counter was like, no. Don't.
no, that's where it
Vicious
spirals.
cycle.
She was like, no. Do you know what I am going to do though? I'm going to enter the postcode lottery, because I will be fuming if everyone down this street wins the lottery and I don't win. Imagine how gutted you'd be. You'd be sat there in your front room, like twitching the curtains, like,
well, they've all got a massive
me.
check. I kind of want a massive check more than the money.
yeah, I'd put it on my wall, I'd frame it, it'd be above the bed in the boudoir.
It looks quite a colourful check as well from the adverts.
I
It's
know.
not
Yeah.
just-
You know,
Imagine if that's not the reality. Imagine you just get like a normal and like
Imagine
just a
if
bank transfer.
Imagine trying to take that to the bank. Imagine getting on the bus with a check that bigger than trying to take it to the bank.
Also, I cannot imagine £1 million in my Monzo account. Like, does Monzo even know how many numbers are in £1 million? I don't.
There's a million numbers, a million ones.
Uh-huh.
Did you see my face then? I was like,
Please look, that was absolutely
Busted for a second.
priceless.
I was like, wait, oh my God, there is.
Okay, Ahura in the Essex challenge. Oh my God.
God.
Oh, sparkles.
So my last topic is one that I think we're all very excited for. And it is that UK Hun has charted by the United Kingdom. So I've got some numbers up here because I just wanted to make sure it was right. So the RuPaul's Drag Race UK appears to have produced another hit single. So last week's episode for the Ruru Vision contest, the United Kingdom released UK Hun, and it is currently number 25 in the charts, in the UK official top 40 charts, and it is number 1 in the iTunes charts. So I've got one of those sound effects. I'll put it on. So the charts get counted on a Friday. So it has until Friday to see if it can get higher. And it's beaten the Frock Destroyers Break Up Bye Bye, because that only reached number 35 in the charts. So it's already surpassed them. But the official charts ruling will come out on Friday. So we will all know if it's got to number 1. I've bought it. I don't think I've bought a song since I was 14 years old. And I
Why did
Sorry.
So
I want it on
funny.
vinyl. I want it on vinyl.
Oh my god.
Put it on
Like a pink
cassette.
press. A bright pink press, yeah.
Can you imagine that?
I don't even have a vinyl player and I'd buy it. Just to look at. Put it in a
But-
glass frame.
What did we all think? I need to open this up for discussion. Is it
Okay,
me
so when I
to
watched
guess?
it, I was a bit like, because the chorus is a bit like, it hammers your head a little bit. So when I first watched it, I was like, a lot of noise, a lot of bright colours. And then it's such an earworm. That chorus is such an earworm. It's always in my head. I open my eyes and it's like, and I'm like, bing, bang, 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 bang. Then you actually listen to the verses and it slams. It actually slams. Like, it's actually so good.
It's so annoying because when I was watching it, I was like, the Banana Drama. When I was watching it, I was like, Banana Drama, they could be really good. And to be honest, I thought Banana Drama were going to do better than the United King Dolls when I was just like watching it, because they've got more singers on their team.
I know, they
there was like no singers really on United King Dolls.
The choreo made it
proper-
worse though for Banana Drama. The choreo was just like,
Yeah.
it was
I
just
know,
a
it's terrible.
I don't want to see
Yeah,
any.
but as well,
bit-
like it was just such a flop. Like they should have made United King Dolls go second so that it wasn't so bad for Banana Drama. Like because it wasn't just that the verses weren't as good as their United King Dolls, it was that it was the second play of the same song. So I feel like everyone was a bit like, I'm okay.
I was really trusting the process though, because like if you go back and you listen to how they sounded when they were recording it, it just wasn't it. And I was like, this is going to be so like, yeah, I was like, it's going to be so bad. All of them sounded questionable in the
Oh, on the H&M bit, you best believe all of my H&M is in the bin.
Have you seen that H&M have been sending loads of things to Joe Black?
I was going to say they'll probably do a collab.
I follow
There's,
him
like,
on Instagram, and like on Valentine's Day he got a cake and like loads of flowers, and it said like Joe Black H&M, don't worry, we love you, Joe. And then today he's got like loads of clothes. I actually like Joe Black, not in a drag race sense, but as a drag performer.
Oh no, I'm not like throwing shade. I'm just like, I'd rather RuPaul love me than H&M, but
I mean, yeah. But RuPaul genuinely kind of scared me in that episode. I thought he was going to come through the screen and punch me.
It was the most personality I've seen him have in like the entirety of Drag Race. Normally he just like sits there.
I didn't even have time to get my phone out.
I've never seen him go that hard on like anyone, even like Pale and stuff. Like he didn't go that hard.
He was
No.
pissed. But to be fair,
but then
rightfully so, you could like, it's like the top of it's the creme de la creme, bro.
And
You
Joe
can't
Black
be
had
wearing
just been
H&M.
brought back. It was their second chance in
Joe
the
Black
competition.
had just
Yeah,
been
they
brought
had
back.
7
They had 3 weeks to prepare. They got told 3 weeks before that they might be coming back.
Yeah.
Look, you might remember in the first challenge in the Dress As Your Hometown, Estina wore an ASOS jacket. Why are you not kicking off at that? Why are you not kicking off at the ASOS jacket? You're kicking off at an H&M dress. Wasn't a very
Because
nice dress.
the point was that it wasn't noticeable. that
It
it
wasn't
was
a
like
nice
Estina
dress.
wasn't noticeable that Estina was wearing, like, you'd only know it was from ASOS if you knew it was from ASOS.
ASOS.
If you just looked at it, you wouldn't think that's on ASOS.
It was the way
Whereas
it
with-
was like,
yeah, I think that's what got RuPaul. It was the fact that you should not be stood there in front of me bragging that you've bought that off the rail when you're like, there are people stood next to you in homemade outfits. Like, it just, I agreed with him. I was like, bit of a piss take, mate. Like, you've just got back, it's your second go. You'd go hard or go home, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just rock up in a H&M dress.
I feel that, but then it's also like Queens of, like it said, I don't know if you watched the Queens on Lockdown.
Yeah.
Queens don't get furloughed. They've essentially had no money. And if you had like 3 weeks to prepare, and then you didn't really know really what was coming ahead, you didn't think you'd get in, and then you suddenly have to do a bubblegum pop princess look for a Eurovision song when you're Joe Black.
Queens have to take out loans to go on Drag Race.
Yeah.
But like the
Like,
thing is as
whatever.
well, like when they're like putting together the outfits and stuff, they should have looked at it and thought, right, we've all got great pink outfits, but Joe Black doesn't, so maybe we should change this up.
Or maybe
like-
Or like lend them something, yeah.
Yeah. Like something could have been done, like, because it wasn't just the dress for me.
it was the finger
whole-
waves.
Yeah, it was the fingerless gloves. I mean, gross. And then the
And they
boots
didn't
as
fit in
well.
with the lineup in like the choreo sense or the song sense.
Yeah,
Like, I know
and-
it's not their thing, but
And like he's like, they're stood there saying like they're wearing it because it goes with everyone else's outfit, and it doesn't, and you're just like, what planet is it you on? Like, and then like, I don't know, like it did annoy me. If I was a queen on that stage in an outfit that I had sewed head to toe, and someone's going, it's from H&M, I probably would have turned around and cracked a nose, to be honest. But like, that's just me. I'm very competitive. And that's why they don't make Drag Race for straight people, because they just fight all the time. Ella, tell us what track you have for us this week.
The track I have is 100 Miles by Jamie Ainslie, and it's just a good old little indie bop, and it's great, so do enjoy.
It's a long, long way without you. 100 miles to go, still everywhere I go. It's a long, long way without you. 100 miles to go, still everywhere I go. Of a pointless feud, it's a battlefield in my mind. I'm crossing deserts to make sense of things, and if I'm in between opposing sides, I hope I'm getting somewhere. I think I'm alright. I hope I'm getting somewhere. Alright. It's a long, long way without you. 100 miles to go, still everywhere I go. It's a long, long way without you. 100 miles to go, still 100 miles to go, still everywhere I go. It's a long, long way without you. 100 miles to go, still everywhere I go.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was nice.
It reminded me of like Ben Folds, Weezer, like very like Midwest US vibes. Do you know
Yeah, I was
the
trying to
song-
figure out what it was reminding me of.
reminded me. It's like you know, "Rocking the Suburbs" by Ben Folds, the song which is the theme music for the film Over the Hedge.
Yes.
And I'm rocking the suburbs just like Michael Jackson did. That one. It really reminded me of Ben Folds, and I love Ben Folds. I think Ben Folds is great. So
Yeah. It's nice to indulge in indie every now and then. That's it for today, unfortunately. Boo, big time boo. If you haven't already, follow us we're on everything at BIMM Radio. We are at the Manchester campus. Some people ask us where we are. That is where we are. We are BIMM Radio Manchester. There are other BIMM radios. If this isn't your uni, look for your uni's radio, because there is one. You may not know it, but there is.
I'll stick around. This one's cool.
But thank you, Millicent, for joining us, and thank you, my lovely girls, for also joining us for another wonderful week of BIMM Radio. It's been fabulous, and I've thoroughly enjoyed your company as per usual.
Fabulous and chaotic as
Yeah.
per. I wouldn't want anything else. Just
Fabulous chaos is what we do.
my favourite way to spend my Wednesday evenings.
So goodbye. We love you. Goodbye.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.